Let me paint the picture. It's 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. You done told yourself today is the day. That business plan, that project portfolio you've been putting off, you're going to work on it today. So now your laptop is open. You've got that pretty blank screen. You've got that little cursor that's blinking on the side like, go ahead, impress me. And you're sitting there like, okay, don't rush me. I'm about to get things done. You know exactly what you want to do because you done talked about it about 47 times. You even practiced your quote-unquote TED Talk in the shower. You even had a full imaginary interview about it. But the second you go to type, your brain goes, oh, now we're doing pressure today? Okay, well, let's shut down. Your thoughts, now they're like moving like molasses. And now suddenly you're staring at the screen like you forgot your own name. But yesterday you were spitting bars like Nicki Minaj in her prime. But today, you can't even spell introduction. So what's going on? Well, that right there, my friends, that's called analysis paralysis. Welcome back to the Taylor Frequency. And today's topic is around personal growth. And using personal growth, we're going to talk about silence, how to benefit and level up our personal growth using silence, learning how to sit still. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you did anything in silence? Just quiet time. No music, no podcasting, no TV in the background, no scrolling through social media, just you and your thoughts. Now, I want you to really think about that. Don't skip past that question. I want you to sit with it for a second. Because if you're like me, the answer probably is, I can't remember. Or I don't do it enough. You know, it's like we've turned into a society where we've trained ourselves to just avoid quiet. And think about it. You know, when we wake up, what's the first thing we grab? Right? We grab our phones. And before our feet even hits the floor, we're already in somebody else's business. We eat dinner, we got something playing. We're driving to work or just driving, period. We've got music or a podcast playing on the radio. We can't go for a walk without having earpods in our ears. So, and let's talk about the bathroom for a second. Why did TikTok end up in there with us? Like, dang, we can't even pee in peace. Are we just that bored? Or are we uncomfortable being alone with ourselves, with our thoughts, and the internal mechanisms that need that Zen moment? Because at this point, we're not just consuming content, we're actually hiding in it. And every moment we feel it, every pause we find, we scroll it away. And every second of stillness, we have to find ways to replace it with some more noise. And then we turn around and we say, I don't feel creative. I have a mental block. I don't have any ideals. But how could you? Your brain doesn't have any room. Right? So it's like trying to cook in a kitchen that's full of dirty dishes. There's nowhere to put anything. But let's break it down for a second. If all you do is consume, what's going to happen is you're going to become a storage unit. And storage units, what do? They just hold on to stuff. There's no output. There's no flowing, which means you're not a pipe. You're now a warehouse. And baby, it's giving hoarders. You're going to have stuff everywhere. You have no space to move. That's what your mind is going to become. Still, with no place to put new stuff into it. Now you're overloaded. And so that thing that you've been looking for, that creativity that you want to invest in, it's not going to show up because it doesn't show up in clutter. And it only shows up when there's space. And here's the part that might sting a little. Some of us are not lacking creativity. We're just addicted to stimulation. We don't want quiet. We don't want Zen because we know that quiet and Zen gives quiet a chance to talk back. And that in itself can create anxiety. It brings up things that we possibly have been avoiding. You know, we might have been avoiding a conversation that we need to have. It forces us to confront emotions and insecurities. And the quiet gets really, really loud in those moments. And because we're so busy, we use that as an excuse of no quiet time. So instead of dealing with it, we find a way to hit play. Well, let me ask you this. What if your next breakthrough, your next level up, that creative project that you've been putting off that could change everything is simply sitting on the other side of silence? But you won't find it because you keep drowning it out. But the problem is we've normalized constant entertainment, but creativity requires boredom. That awkward moment where you just sit there in silence, that's when your brain starts working. That's where your ideas connect. And that's when clarity can actually have a chance to show up. But we don't even let ourselves get to that point, because the second we find ourselves in a bored space, we find a way to pick up our phones, turn on the TV, and we're scrolling, tapping, playing, put it on repeat. Scrolling, tapping, playing, put it on repeat. Like we're allergic to our own thoughts. So now we've become people who are just inspired by everything, but we create nothing. We find a way to watch everybody else win. We're saving posts. We're even taking notes and still not moving. So at this point, we're not inspired. We've just become entertained. And here's another thing. Now, I'm not talking about suddenly go in your house and start throwing out TVs. We don't need to get carried away. That's crazy. Because I'm not about to sit here in silence all day either. I need my Netflix and my occasional YouTube and my occasional Facebook at times. So let's not get cray-cray. But there's a difference between enjoying content and actually depending on it to move through our days, right? So here's what I try. Let's try something. We're going to try something small, nothing big. We're going to try a little bit at a time. Okay, so now, the next time you go for a walk, try doing it without music. Leave the AirPods behind and try to focus on the sounds, the natural sounds in the environment, like the birds chirping and the breeze blowing. The next time you are in your car, and let's say right before you park the car and you go inside the house, just sit in the car for maybe about 5 minutes. No phone, no radio. And the next time you eat dinner, don't have the TV playing. Just no background noise. And maybe if you have a pool, sit by the pool and just focus on the sounds of the water. Because at first, it's going to feel weird. You're probably going to reach for your phone like you're reaching for oxygen. And what that means is you're definitely addicted to scrolling. So that's going to be your withdrawal symptom. But if you push past that moment, something is going to shift. What's going to happen is your mind is going to slow down and your thoughts are going to get clearer. And just maybe you might start hearing yourself again. Because here's the truth. Creativity never left you. It just can't compete with all the noise around you. So maybe the problem isn't that you need more inspiration. Maybe, just maybe, you need less distractions. And you don't need another video or another podcast, unless it's mine. You just need a moment. You just need a moment with you and your thoughts. So let me leave you with this. If you never give your mind space, you'll always be full of everybody else's ideas and empty of your own. So today, I want you to challenge yourself. Give yourself some space, even if it's just a few minutes, and see what shows up. Because I promise you this, there's something in that silence that's been waiting on you. Something in that silence that wants to tell you what to do. Okay? So thanks for sitting with me here at the Taylor Frequency. This is where we don't just talk about relationships, personal growth, and taking accountability, but we find ways to redefine it. Please like, please follow, and subscribe. And thanks for sitting with me today.